Hi, this is Eric Martin with Board Game Geek. I'm here with Desnet Amane from Mo Ideas.
Yes.
And we're looking at crabs, which debuted at Tokyo Game Market in May 2016. And you've got some awesome little wooden crab bits. But we also have a lot of cards
cute
on
crabs.
the beach.
Okay, so this is mainly a card-taking game. It's a kind of set collection, but actually for mathematic calculating, and it's got very nice components, and the crabs are very cute, and also the crab meeples are looking very great. And so I'll do a quick introduction. This is a short strategy game that plays around 30 to 40 minutes. Okay. So at the start of the game, everyone will have a hand of 6 cards, and there will be 10 cards available in the card pool. Now this is a crab pool, and in this game, every time you need to discard cards, it will go to the crab pool face up, so someone else might pick it up. Okay. And there's also a deck of the crabs that you can draw from here. Okay. So the goal of the game is to earn the most points, and there's a few different methods of earning points in this game. Okay. So every turn, you can have one action, and there's a total of 6 actions you can do. Now, the first action, you can draw 2 cards. You can either draw 2 cards from the deck, top of the deck, or you can just take any 2 cards from the pool, or any combination of the deck and the pool. And it's also, you can take either one first. The sequence does not matter. Okay. The second action, we call it raise crabs. What it means is that you discard cards from your hand and take back from the pool. So, for example, I can play any amount of cards. So if I now play 4 crabs from my hand and take back 4 cards. So it's 4 cards down, 4 cards back. So I play 4 cards here, then I'll take these 4 cards back. Okay. Now that's raise crabs. Now the second is called trade crabs. Now this is you trade for the value of the crab. Every crab card will have a number of value from 1 to 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And so the third is trade. What means is, for example, if I played 2 cards from my hand and I say, well, I'm going to trade for this 6 points of crabs, these 2 are worth 6, so I take back amount of cards that equals 6. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and take them back to your hand. Now you have to be careful. We have a hand limit of 8 cards that you have to discard back down at the end of a turn. So I have 8 in the card, so I'm safe. Wait, I have 1 extra. So, well, anyway, but since I'm just demoing, I'll just forget about that later. We'll talk about it later.
Okay.
All right. Now the next is called upgrade. It's your equipment card here. We have 4 levels. You start from the leftmost, and it's at 0, and you have to climb one space by 1 space up. Now we have a cost of upgrading. This is discard 1 card, discard 1, discard 2, discard 3. So I have to discard 1 card from my hand to climb up to here to get this bonus. Now this bonus will be explained for later. So there's a bonus +3 and also a star here. The star is a victory point. Okay. Then how to score cards in this game, we call it bind crabs. What it means is that you tie the crabs together and sell them to the market. Okay. So when you bind crabs, first you have to play a card face down as a rope, so you don't count the value. Then you play cards from your hand and add them up. This is 1, 4, that's 5, 10, 15, 20. So this is 20. Now we use this. There is a chart here, but basically it's divided by 5. So I played crabs that are worth 20 points. If you have an extra, then it's rounded down.
Right.
So 20 points, then I can keep a crab worth 4 as my VP. So I keep this crab and throw everything else into the card pool. Now, alternately, I could also take a 5 and turn it sideways, and it'll be a 4. So, maybe I'll just leave this card instead, and throw everything back into the card pool. Now,
the difference.
Final
Obviously,
action,
there's a reason.
Yes, there's a reason I do that. This final action, we call it relaxed crabs, because we just tied them up. They might be a little nervous, we just maybe we let them relax, and they'll be worth more.
Okay.
They look more lively. They might look more fresh, worth more at the market. Maybe.
Crab massage.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah. So, relaxed crabs, you can turn up to 3 cards vertical.
Okay.
Okay. Turn them vertical, and it will be worth 1 more point. Okay. So you can do up to 3 cards in front of you in your score zone. Okay.
Now you can keep.
Okay.
These have
Oh,
stars
yeah,
as well.
sure.
So
Now-
you could keep.
Yes. Now the golden crabs, you can see some cards have golden, are golden crabs. They have a star on it. That means that they are worth 1 extra point in your score zone. Now when you're binding crabs, when you count the points, that doesn't matter. It's still a 5. But when it's in your score zone, then this will be worth 6 points when it's vertical and 4 points when it's sideways. Now every card 1 to 5 have a star version, premium version, but the distribution is a little bit different for each number. Basically, we have more golden stars on the 3s and less on the 1 and 5s.
Okay.
So that's now after. Remember, you can only do 1 action per turn, and then the next player takes their turn. Okay. At the end of your turn, two things. First, you have to discard down to 8 cards, and then you can see if you can try to do an objective card. You have objective cards here. These are special orders. You can trade in a specific combination of crabs to earn more points.
Okay.
Now, to trade in for an objective card, you have to have a vertical scorecards in front of you and meet the requirements. So if I had a 3 and a 2 vertical scorecards, I have to tie them. Then I can go for this. So I trade them into the pool and take this in front of you, and now I have turned 5 points into 8 points.
Okay.
Right.
As an action or just?
It's free. It's not a free action because you already took an action. It's just a free. Just do it check for it at the end of your turn, and you can take 1 card.
Right.
And when you take it, it gets refilled, and then the next player plays their turn.
Okay.
So in this game, we have 3 sources of points. The first is that the crabs in front of you will have a point value here. The objective cards will have a point value, and also the gear cards. Oh, I forgot to talk about it again. Okay. So remember that when we are tying crabs, we have to count 2 and divide it by 5. So the gear card will let you start with extra crabs. So we start from a 3 for previously. Let's see. So I'll just do another example. So if I have a level 1 tech, then I start from 3. So then first I tie a rope, then I start from 3, 6, 10, 15, 20. Okay, so there's a value of 17 here, plus 3, then I get a 20. Okay, so that's a bonus here. So you can try to invest in your gear early in the game, and maybe you can repay it back in later. Okay. Yeah. So forgot to talk about it. Sorry. Okay. So we have 3 points from the card here. It depends. If you stand up here, then you get 3 points, 4 points. It's just where you stand. It's not add them up together. Not cumulative. Yes.
Okay.
So points here, points here, points here, and then when the first player gets to 25 points, then the game will end at the end of the round. Not the round. It's to the right of the starting player, that all players will have equal turns. Okay. So that's how this game works. And thanks you for doing this interview.
Thanks for your review of crabs.
Yay.